A kind of method that you teach the Varnam, being the important aspects in a Varnam, the musicality, the swaras, or the Abhinaya aspect. How do you go about it?
See, again, as I see, the pure dance and the Abhinaya need to really speak to each other. It can't be like separate sections. So again, the seamlessness that I talked about in a Varna, I think that's most important. Even the musicality is not only in the lights of the Abhinaya, but it's also in the pure dance. So that linking has to be underlying link that forms, and of course, as I said, the four lines need to be beautifully connected and knit, not like independent things that are happening.
Having done workshops under you, you always insist on cross training. How much of it is actually important for a dancer?
I think as you proceed in age, it's very important, because the same kind of routine does not help. The body is changing, the hormones are constantly changing, and I think you need to give great emphasis on diet and on exercise. So sometimes yoga, sometimes gym, sometimes another form of cardio, jogging, whatever suits you, you have to arrive at that, and maybe in a week plan how it works for you and keep your side of it.
So, what is your favorite pastime if you're not working or dancing?
I think listening to music has always been different genres of music, right from Western classical to um, Bollywood to any kind of music, to the definitely the bhajans and things like that. I'm very fond of abhangs. So any genre of music, it can quickly snap me out of any kind of a low that I'm getting or fatigue. I can spring back.
So, how have you managed your family and dancing career, and how did you bounce back after your childbirth?
Oh, after childbirth was tough because I had really gained a lot of weight because I hadn't danced, and but the advantage was I was all of 25. You know, it makes a difference when you give birth at 25 or 35. So I think 25 was much easier, and of course, I slogged. I got back 6 to 7 hours of training and dancing, but I became slimmer than what I was before I conceived. So that was the challenge, and so yes, I think age makes a big difference also, and getting back becomes very difficult. I've seen my students who've given birth to their first child in 30 and second child in 35, and at 35 it's even more difficult to get back, and the aches and pains and the injuries that you have. So willpower is huge in all this, and family and work, I think it's time management. You need to be very strict with yourself, and of course everybody in the family has to understand that you have a work which is physically exhausting, and there's that much that you can do physically, but planning is important. Planning it out well and giving time where it's required is very important. But maybe you just don't have time to sit and gossip and over a cup of tea, or go for maybe 5 functions at a wedding. You choose to go for one. So yeah, you make your choices.
How do you help the students who are just now stepping into the world of Avinaya on maintaining the sky?
I think that is a process. One can't pick one thing that you do, because I think it's watching somebody, as I said, osmosis, watching me dance over and over again, watching the seniors dance, approaching a piece in a certain way, first learning it and then making it your own, and then trying to give small nuances which are personal nuances. So I think it's a process that goes on, and as I said, it's never frozen in time. We always tweak it every time we need to perform it.